Hi there, happy Saturday. Sorry for the rather unkempt look, but I've had a shower. Well, thank you first of all, everybody who sent me happy birthday wishes. It was very kind of you. And just let me set my timer because I picked up my phone before to do it and I forgot all about it. So, silly me, silly me. And this blooming phone is still messing about. I don't know what is wrong with this phone. I really do not know. Somebody said I would have to set it back to factory settings, but I don't really want to do that because I think I would lose everything that's already on it. Anyway, back to where I was. Thank you very much for my birthday wishes. I should have been going out for a birthday meal last night with my family, but sadly, you know, IBS chooses its moments, doesn't it, to kick me butt, so I didn't manage to go. Sorry about that, but the hound of the Baskervilles wants to sit on my knee. I went out with my friends on Thursday for a lovely, in the cafe, and I just came over not feeling well, and my friend said to me, "You want to go home?" She said, "You're looking very, very white, And we were getting a lift home from her son, so she said, "I'll phone my son, and we can go home early." So I said, "Yeah, please." So I came in and went straight to bed, Anyway, I got up yesterday and I thought, no, not one of those days. So I was there to be cuddly, so I definitely wasn't in the mood for going out for a meal. Anyway, it's only postponed, There's other days, isn't there? What's one day out of a million or whatever? Hopefully I will have many more birthdays where I will be able to celebrate on the right day. But hey ho, we'll celebrate on Sunday instead. The family have gone away just for a couple of days because it was also my daughter-in-law's birthday on Tuesday. So they've gone up to the Lake District and I'm left in charge of Doggo 1 and Doggo 2 to sleep over on the sofa. So Grandma is in charge. Yeah, so I got a new camera from the family. I'm not using it at the minute because I haven't. When you're not 100%, you're not in the mood for reading manuals, are you? Although it's very, very similar to the one I've already got. I got that off my friend, if you can read it. It says Friends, which is very nice. It says Friends make every day special. And they do, don't they? Where would we be without our friends, yeah? Oh, well, I'll show you my camera, although it's very much like the camera I'm using, but of course, you can't see the camera that I'm using, can you? So, my son's probably waiting for me to get it out of the box and to actually use it. But as I say, I wasn't in the frame of mind for reading the manual yesterday. So, here we go. It's almost identical to the one that I've already got. Yeah? It's got a little lens hood on the front. It's 2.7K high definition. I don't know as yet whether it will have a longer video life or whatever. It switched itself on and it says welcome. That's nice, isn't it? So, I don't know whether you can see it says welcome or whatever it says. Oh, it's videoing the television, isn't it? That's nice of it. I'm actually watching Monty Don in Italy. I'm not a gardener, but I can appreciate a nice garden when I'm watching one. And the one that he's just been showing in Italy, it was gorgeous. It's all fountains and everything. And it's all, there's such clever people, aren't there? It's all powered by gravity rather than, electric pumps and that. So I don't know whether you've ever watched Monty Don if you're in the US, but he's certainly a character, yeah. Anyway, that's my new camera in its little case. So hopefully by the time I do another video, I'll be using it, yeah. But as I say, I am not technologically minded, so I have to read and reread and read again the manual because I am technologically stupid, So as I say, it was the birthday of birthdays yesterday, but hey ho, never mind. as I say, hopefully I will have many more birthdays to come. So I'm not doing this for a pity party or anything like that. Please don't feel sorry for me. It's just one of them things, isn't it? You have good days, you have bad days, yeah. It got me thinking though. I mean, I know you always listen to me chatting on about days in the past, about when we were little, you know. I don't ever remember having a birthday party when I was little. Not where you invite people in. I remember going to one, because I remember thinking she was called Jean Bailey when she was my age, and I went to her birthday party. I think she'd probably be 4 or 5 years old at the time. And she was either a much longed for baby or an adopted baby. I couldn't make my mind up, but either way her parents doted on her. And that was the first birthday party I ever went to, and I came home like full of it. We had games, we had cake, we had jelly, you know, sandwiches, sausage rolls, and it was, bear in mind that, we were still on ration in those days, because the rationing didn't end until the 50s, so, where they kind of got the points, you got points allocated to you each week, like coupons, where you could buy a certain amount of stuff. So either her parents would be very frugal with their points, or they'd been on the black market. I was too young to understand. But that is probably why I never had a birthday party when I was little. In fact, I don't remember having a birthday party until I was probably, I don't know whether I would be 18. But it was difficult, you see, because we lived behind the shop. So my mum and dad would never like having a lot of strangers in, because the stock was there. And, the shop was there, and they didn't want people in the shop, in the stock, in whatever. So whenever I had a sort of a party or get together, it was always my mum and dad would give me money, and we would all go to the cinema or something like that. I remember my 21st, we actually went to a place which was still there in Oldham up to not that long ago. It was a place called Smokies in Bardsley in Ashton-under-Lyne. And my mum and dad paid for me to take some of my friends for my 21st. And I remember being hugely disappointed, because I had it in my head that my then boyfriend was going to propose. But of course he didn't, he bought me a bracelet instead. Why did I marry him? Anyway, I dropped a load of hints that I wanted to be like engaged on my 21st, but he didn't get them. Or he didn't want to get them, I don't know, whichever way. So we didn't actually get engaged until the Easter, which, the following year. My birthday's obviously in November, and we didn't get engaged until the Easter. And that was only because I frog marched him in the place, gave him an ultimatum, maybe we get married or we don't bother. And I sort of wish we hadn't bothered, but that's by the by anyway. So I haven't seen my niece or my sister-in-law because of various things, because Rosie's not the best at people coming into the house. She's been to 3 lots of puppy classes. She's not aggressive, but if anybody's a bit scared of dogs, which my sister-in-law is, she holds in on it, They seem to know, don't they? Ooh, she doesn't like her dog. I'll go and sit by her, I'll go and bare my teeth, I'll go and go after. Anybody who's used to dogs just takes no notice of her, yeah? But anybody that's a bit scared kind of gets intimidated by her. And she isn't, like I said, she's not vicious in the least. She's just very wary of strangers. It's not a bad thing, really, in the fact that she barks. Oh, hello, it wouldn't be me, would it, if I didn't get a message? She barks when any strangers come to the door, which we quite like. She's just about getting used to the people who come all the time. But anybody that she hasn't seen for a while or whatever, she's not keen. Yeah. So as I say, my niece and my sister-in-law are going to come this weekend and take me out. But it's probably as well because I'm still not up to eating out at the minute. You know how it goes. I'm still on my soup. So next week, of course, it's the craft fair. And then the week after that, I'm looking after the dogs again. Voluntarily, because they're going to a rock concert and they were going to take the doggies with them, and I said, oh no, no, no. I said, it's too much for Rosie, all the strange people milling about everywhere. And the noise, you know, I think it's a Queen tribute they're going to. The noise alone will upset their little ears. I mean, dogs have got very delicate ears, haven't they? Anything loud upsets them. Having said that, some idiot was letting off fireworks the other night, and luckily they were far enough away that they didn't upset the dogs, yeah. So I'm still not done any crochet. I still haven't. I've just gone completely off it. I wish I could get back on it again, because we've got a craft fair next week and I could do with making some headbands, but I haven't. For those of you who are always interested in what I'm wearing, I cannot tell you. I haven't worn this top. This top is at least 20, maybe 30 years old. My darling mum knitted it for me. She was an absolutely superb knitter, as you can see. Her tension was gorgeous, gorgeous tension. She made this for me and I loved it so much, but of course I put on loads of weight. And I couldn't wear it, but I kept it. And it's been folded up. In fact, it's faded in some places because it's obviously been in sunshine. And turquoise is one of the worst colours for fading. It does fade rather a lot. All I can tell you was it was Peyton's Cotton Classic. It's beautiful yarn. It lasts, as you can see, lasts and lasts. But this must have been folded up in my cupboard for at least 20 years. And I won't part with it because, as you know, my mum passed away. And I've got I think I've got 3 things that my mum actually knitted for me that I will not part with. But they were too small because she made them for me 20 years ago when I was a lot smaller. Anyway, I've lost all this weight, as you know. Not enough, but I've lost enough weight for to get back in it again. And I thought, oh, I'm going to wear it for my birthday, but of course I didn't, did I? So I'm wearing it for my birthday, a day late. So, but I really love it. I really love it. So my mum's with me. My mum is with me. Yeah, I've got this and I've got a white cardigan and I think I've got a peach coloured sweater somewhere that my mum made me. And they're all coming out again now because of course I've lost the weight, so I can actually, they're still a bit tiny. We won't mention that. Still a bit on the small side, but, you know, I'm wearing them. Thank you, Mum. Yeah. My mum was always great at birthdays, you know, she would always get me surprises and, oh, you know. I mean, obviously when I was little, you know, money was tight, but once I got to being, say, about 14 or 15 and money had relaxed a bit, she would always buy me, you know, a new sweater, a new skirt, new shoes, new boots, new something. And she always managed to get a surprise, you know. I don't know how she managed it because she barely ever went out shopping. She must have got little elves to do her shopping for her or something. Or, you know, deputised people to go out and buy things for her. But she always managed to surprise me. Always, always. Yeah. It was the same at Christmas. She did the same at Christmas. And bear in mind, this is a woman who never went to the big shop. She never went to town. She never went anywhere. Yeah. And there was no Amazon back in the day, was there? So how she did it, I don't quite know, but she managed to do it, yeah. Amazon has just been, by the way. I had to wait for them to come, because luckily the dogs were outside, so they missed the delivery van. I bought a new clothes rail, because when I went to the last craft show, Jess, who runs it, is used to me, and she provides me with a stall and a couple of rails. But where we're going next Saturday, there'll only be a table. There won't be any rails, so I had to buy one. There was no way I was going to dismantle the one from the shed that I had to put extra strong sticky tape on, you know, to hold it together. I wasn't going to dismantle that and take it with me. So I bought another one. It'll come in handy for something. Not sure what, but it'll come in handy. My friend's actually going to do one this the Saturday after, which I can't do because I'm looking after doggies. She's going to do that one. I think she's doing it with another of her friends. She has got more than one friend. Same as me, I've got more than one friend. I'm so lucky. Anyway, cheers. I'm drinking peppermint cordial, which I had to order from Amazon because nobody stocks it down here. Although I haven't tried the health food shop, I must admit. Maybe I'll try the health food shop next week before I order again. But it does help to settle your stomach, anything to do with peppermint. I've tried peppermint tea, but no, doesn't do it for me, doesn't cut. So that's all I've really got to tell you. There's nothing much been happening in my life. It's been quite uneventful. I've still got the same lone scooter. I've still got the same thing outside, you know, the Rocky Road to Dublin. Still got that outside, not touched it since, even though I got soaked the other day. And my son's like, I can't understand why you'd rather get wet than go in that. You know, surely it's better than getting wet. And I'm like, no, it's not. So that just shows how much I hate it because, you know, I could go in it and not get wet. I just don't feel secure in it. It just feels like it's going to topple over. Ooh, I'm going up in the world. Whee! It's my recliner. I decided to raise myself up, raise my profile. Yeah. I sold a little baby outfit off Etsy. As I said before, I will put a link underneath here. I know it's advertising myself, but every view that anybody views my Etsy raises the profile, which means that other people, besides my friends, can actually see things on it. Because bear in mind that most of the people that I talk to on here, you crochet or you knit yourselves. So I'm not as likely to get sales from anybody that I kind of know. But if my profile raises, you see my Etsy shop goes out to the more worldwide kind of thing where people might see it and might, you know, buy. I've said before, I don't want an Etsy shop anymore, really. I just want to sell what I've already got. The shed is looking remarkably tidy now. I've emptied all those, I've got loads of plastic empty tote boxes, whatever you want to call them. I am keeping them for the minute until I decide, you know, whether I am going to use them again or not. If not, I will put them on Marketplace. And, you know, anybody local wants to pick them up, you know, they'll be gone. And then my shed will be even more tidy, won't it? Even less cramped. I'm still working my way to the sewing machine because I've still got to sew the zip on my fleece. I actually know where it is and I can actually see it. So when my son comes back from his weekend away, I'm going to ask him will he bring the machine into the house just temporarily. I think I told you I must be shrinking because all the clothes that used to fit me last year are all too long and I'm tripping over the end of my dresses. So I need to put my dresses away because it's winter, isn't it? And the summer dresses could get packed away, you know, go under my storage bed, out of the way until next spring, which would give me a lot more room in the wardrobe, yeah. I have got a load of summer dresses actually still packed away, which being as the fact as I haven't worn them all this summer, I think it's safe to say that I don't need them. But I may have been putting them away because they were too small, so I will go through them all because they might fit. Who knows? You never know you're lucky in a raffle, do you? So, well, you know, I really don't have an awful lot to say. Wish I had crochet to show you. I do honestly wish I did. I've not gone through I've gone through periods of days where I've gone off with crochet, but this has been like nearly 2 weeks. I mean, I went to my knit and crochet group the other day, but I finished up showing a lady how to do a granny square because she wanted to learn how to do a granny square and I wasn't really in the mood for doing my own crochet, so I showed her how to do a granny square. And I didn't get to my other knit and crochet group because I had to go to see the diabetic nurse, as I think I told you, yeah. So I'm on a new lot of tablets. I can't tell you whether they work or not because it's too soon. So, here we go again. I will be doing my live later on tonight. This is not instead of the live, yeah. We may get interrupted by, you know, the so-called sleepy doggies. They're over there sleeping. Can you see them on the sofa? I don't know whether you can or not. They're there sleeping on the sofa. They went out for a walk first thing this morning with my daughter-in-law, took them out, and so they're sleeping. Yeah. So that's about it really. So I will say goodbye to you. I know it's a short video, but I don't want to waffle on and on and on. And oh, I've lost my phone. Why do I always lose? Oh, there it is. I lose my little remote control. I don't know why I do. So I'm going to go back to watching Monty Don. Answer my phone. Nobody ever sends me a message unless I'm filming a video or it's the middle of the night. And I'm still getting that stupid message on my phone that I cannot get rid of. And I took it to the guy on the market, and he couldn't get rid of it either. He keeps telling me I need to approve some SMS message, and he keeps wiping. I can't video on my phone, I can't do anything on my phone. Because when my son was like asking me what I'd wanted for my birthday, and I said, look, you know, I'll buy it. I said, you don't have to buy it, it's too expensive to buy me a camera, but that's what I want. So he started asking me all these questions. Did I want an expensive one? Did I want this? Did I want that? I said, no, I don't want an expensive one. I'm not that kind of girl, you know. I'm not a price is everything kind of girl, yeah. I said, just as long as it works, I'm fine, you know. He said, well, you can get a generic one, or you can pay hundreds for a branded one. And to be quite honest, like, you know, if you read the reviews, they're more or less the same. So I said, I'm not bothered about a brand. I've never been like diamonds are a girl's best friend kind of a girl, you know. I'm not, no, I don't. Some people are always about the logo, aren't they, about the, like I want a pair of trainers or sneakers or whatever you call them in the US. Because for some reason or other mine got lost between my other house and here. I had a lovely pair that were really, really comfy. But I am not paying for a brand. I'm not paying those kind of prices. I'm just not. But then again, I don't want the cheapy ones, you know, the really cheap ones, like off the market. I don't want those. So I'm looking for a good middle of the range. But that's me, you know. I am not a label girl. My dad used to say, why do people walk around with Adidas and Nike and everything written all over them? He said, the company should be paying them to advertise, not the other way around. You know, you're paying a fortune, aren't you, just to walk around with a tick on your chest, you know, or a tick on your shoe, you know. No, I want a pair of comfy trainers that don't look silly with a dress. I had a nice pair, as I said, they had Velcro fastenings, and they didn't look like, obviously, like you were going out for a run, you know, they look, here we go again, they look quite, I won't say dressy, but you know, they were nice enough to wear with a skirt, or with a whatever. Anyway, that's by the by. I am waffling again. So I'm going to see who's sending me all these messages. There'll be something and nothing. It'll be there's an earthquake in Guatemala, or something's fallen down in India, you know. It's never anything relevant. And I wish I could get rid of that message on my phone, and then I could at least use my phone. As my son said, you've got a great camera on your phone. Why don't you use your phone to video? I said, I can't. I do 2 seconds of a video and then it just goes off. Even the phone man on the market couldn't sort it out. Oh, incidentally, somebody asked me where I got my purple phone cover from. It was from a guy on Fleetwood Market, so I can't really help you unless you live in Fleetwood. So that's it. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you all later on, because I'll be on my live tonight, Saturday, if you're watching this any other day. 9 o'clock Saturday, I'll be on my live. All being well, fingers crossed. Bye now.